Hey, thanks for the comments in the last video. I got another one for you. The Durafly Tundra. What do you think of this? All right, let's go ahead and go to the Hobby King's website, look at the specs. Let's see, we got a 1300 millimeter wingspan, which is, roughly 51 inches. So let's just say just over 4 feet. And the nose to tail is, oh, there you go. There's a little typo there. The nose to tail is quite a bit longer. It's 1190 meters, which is just over 3,900 feet long. So that's a really long plane. You're coming up on a mile-long plane. Let's go ahead and round that down to millimeters, which would be 48 inches nose to tail. So you're looking at a plane that's roughly 4 feet by 4 feet. So that's a pretty good sized plane. The weight, 40.5 ounces, so it's 2.5 pounds. Probably real life when you have it loaded up, I can't imagine it being only 2.5 pounds. Probably closer to 3 pounds, I'd guess. Just guessing. 12 by 6 prop. That's a great prop. That's a foot long. You're going to get a lot of leverage on a prop like that, which means a lot of acceleration, which is what you're going to want for a plane like this, takeoff and landings. So overall, it looks like a great setup. So my first question here is, how strong is that landing gear hardware really? Because, so many of these ready-to-fly planes, landing gear's fake, rips right off in the first flight. You know the deal. Now, the hardware here looks real. It looks like somebody actually put some thought into this. You got a lot of surface area, you got plastic, you even got spring-loaded suspension. The thing that I thought was like, okay, that's pretty good, is the wing spars come right down in the same area of the landing gear. So when that thing is slamming into the ground, it's transferring a lot of that shock back up the wing spars into the wing. It's like on park jets where we put the motor mount right up against the carbon tube of the wing, so you're transferring a lot of that shock and vibration of the motor throughout the wing spar of the plane. So these kind of techniques allow the plane to distribute the stress throughout the plane so you're not ripping out a chunk of foam. So again, someone's doing their homework over there, or they got lucky. You never know with these guys. Speaking of kicking their butts, I hear the wheels are foam and not rubber. Ah, I know, right? It's EPP foam. That's any better for you. Now, from what I'm seeing online, guys flying it, they're taking off from grass, mud, no problem. But if you're to take this plane out to a paved runway, rocky runway, which is kind of what you do with bush planes sometimes, right? That foam is going to get chewed up. Now, why do they do foam wheels and not rubber wheels? Weight, I guess. But a plane this big, I can't imagine weight being an issue. Price would be my second guess. Maybe there's a big price jump from foam wheels to rubber wheels. I don't know. That'd be the first thing I do. I'd take those foam wheels off, get some used monster truck wheels from DJ Medic, and see what rubber wheels look like on that plane. Speaking of reviewers on YouTube, there's a couple guys have been watching. John and Ryan, I'll link their links to the channel here. They got their friend Bill flying as well. Now, what's good about their stuff is that they didn't just take this plane out once or twice. They've flown this plane many, many times between their two YouTube channels. Now, what I've noticed is that when you put the flaps down, I think they're calling them barn door flaps. I even think it says it on the site. That when you do full throttle, the plane is going to pitch up and do a loop, not even you hitting the elevator. Kind of scary. How would you know that's coming? You got this new plane. You're like, oh, it's got flaps. Let me put the flaps down. How far? Oh, put them down all the way, right? Oh, let me take off. Well, how much throttle? Well, throttle all the way, right? So now you go to take off, and oh boy, does it does a short takeoff, all right. But now you're upside down, and so you're like, all right, I'm halfway through a loop. Let me just finish this loop. Now you go to finish the loop, tip stall the wing, rolls over and crashes. Whoa. So is that a bad thing? Oh yeah, but it's a bush plane, so you got to be able to fly it like a bush plane. It's kind of what I'm noticing. When it comes to these barn door flaps, there's no horsing around, right? Overall, it looks like a pretty good plane. What do you think of the Durafly Tundra?
This is optional set of skis or candy dropper or parachutists or candy, etc. I love the wording of these. Hey kids, I don't have any parachutists or candy, but I've got frozen Easter eggs.